Hi survivors, it's me Represent once again reporting to you. Right now, you guys, I want to briefly discuss what happened at that Christmas parade in Wisconsin. It says what we know about what happened at the Wisconsin Christmas parade. It says the celebratory sounds of a Wisconsin Christmas parade were interrupted by terrified screams Sunday after a vehicle plowed into participants and spectators gathered for the event in Waukesha. Excuse me if I'm mispronouncing that. Waukesha, a city about 20 miles west of downtown Milwaukee. At least 5 people were killed and more than 40 people were injured in the chaos, city officials said. As authorities confirmed the identity of the suspect, here's what we know about the incident unfolded. Crowds were bundled up along Waukesha's main street to enjoy the parade when a red SUV drove through a series of barricades and barreled onto the parade route around 4:39 p.m. local time. Waukesha Police Chief Daniel Thompson said. A video of the parade recorded by Angela O'Boyle, who was watching with her from her fifth-story apartment, shows the SUV hitting an individual in a marching band. The vehicle then continues forward, hitting and running over others in the band and crowd before driving away. In the video, people can be heard screaming and seen running for safety as the SUV continues its path through the crowd. Video of the parade published on the city's Facebook page shows a red SUV driving quickly through the parade, followed by a running police officer. A Waukesha police officer discharged their weapon in an attempt to stop the driver. Thompson said no bystanders were struck by the officer's gunfire, the chief added, noting he doesn't believe any shots were fired from the SUV. A vehicle was recovered and a person of interest was taken into custody, Thompson said. The scene is now safe, the chief said Sunday evening. Officers and citizens took victims to the hospitals in their personal vehicles, Thompson said Monday afternoon. The driver has been identified as Darrell E. Brooks, 39 years old, of Milwaukee. Thompson said Monday afternoon at a news conference. He faces 5 charges of intentional homicide and more charges are possible. The chief said no motive is known. Of course, there's something behind this. Brooks was involved in a domestic disturbance earlier Sunday and left the scene just prior to driving his SUV through the parade, Thompson said. We are confident he acted alone, Thompson said. There's no evidence this is a terroristic incident. Thompson said the SUV was identified shortly after it ran through the parade and Brooks was quickly arrested. He was not injured, Thompson said. Special agents with the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives have responded to assist the Waukesha Police Department, according to Eric Longnecker, acting division chief of the Public Affairs Division of the ATF. City Hall is closed to the public, although media will be allowed in for news conference. It says that 5 deceased victims were identified Monday as Virginia Sorson, 79, Leanna Owen, 71, Tamara Duran, 52, Jane Coolidge, 52, and Wilhelm Hospital, 81. I'd like to send our condolences out to these families right now because we can only imagine the grief they're stricken with their, losing a loved one like that. All they went to do was going out to a Christmas parade. It says among the injured are members of the Milwaukee Dancing Grannies, a Catholic priest, multiple parishioners, a Waukesha Catholic school children, and Waukesha Catholic school children. According to Sandra Peterson, the communications director of the Archdiocese of Milwaukee. Also, we send our love and our prayers to these family members and to these victims who are still survivors, who have survived, the incident, and we're praying for their families as well. And it's just a tragedy. It's really upsetting, and it's just heartbreaking. It says, please join us in prayer for all those involved, their families, and those who are traumatized from witnessing the horrible scene, Peter said in a statement. Children Wisconsin, a pediatric hospital in Milwaukee, received 18 injured children ranging in from 3 to 16 years old. And Amy Drendel, director of the Emergency Department and Trauma Center, said in a news conference on Monday, injuries range from facial abrasions to broken bones to serious head injuries. 6 of these patients were sent to the operating room last night, and 2 additional patients are undergoing surgery today. 3 sets of siblings are among the patients, Drendel said. As of Monday, 2 children were discharged from the hospital, said Dr. Michael Meyer, medical director to the hospital's pediatric intensive care unit. So, it just goes on. The article is quite lengthy. Y'all, I really don't know what to say. Like I tell y'all in all my videos, there's nothing that goes on in this world now that shocks me. And that's unfortunate. This is very unfortunate. This is very tragic. My heart just hurts for these families. But I think there's something going on with this, because just here in Texas, in Houston, Texas, a couple of weekends ago, these kids all went out, kids and young adults all went out to this concert. This concert, I'm not going to name the name of the concert, by this rapper who put on this concert. It's like his third year doing it. And according to the people who were there, they said hundreds died. Hundreds. The news are only reporting 10. And they said it was hundreds of fatalities of people being hurt and hospitalized, over 300. So if the news said 300, it's way more than that. They considered that, they labeled that as a mass casualty event. These people just paid hundreds of dollars. Some of them people, they ran through the gates, and I don't understand how that happened. But these people paid hundreds of dollars to go to a concert to die. These people go to a Christmas parade out in the public for something to happen to them. It's something that's going on. I don't know, so I'm not going to speak up on it. But y'all know, when the mainstream media pushes these types of stories, even though this is very unfortunate, we don't know if somebody else is behind this, a bigger power. I'm just saying, y'all, this stuff is really going on. It happened out here. And now 2 weeks later, something like that happened. It's just something that's really ugly, something that's really evil, and it's really horrific, because people are losing their lives. Innocent people who are doing nothing but having fun, going out to celebrate the holidays, going out to a concert. But I'm telling you, if I find something, I'm going to come back and give my commentary on that, because it's something that's just not right. And this person who has committed this act of crime, I just pray the whole book be thrown on him and nothing good comes his way. Families are mourning and hurting right now. The people who are responsible for that concert, whether it's people in the city and whoever else is involved, I'm saying somebody has to be held accountable and responsible for all these people losing their lives. And why is all this stuff happening at the same time? So y'all, we have to pay attention to what's going on, because we already living in this world, and with these people, and they have all these ugly agendas. And I started thinking, when they was talking about the concert, I was listening to a lot of commentary, and I always like to do research on things, because I be wanting to know who's behind these things. They were saying that it's agendas to keep people afraid to go out in the public and to assemble together, so they can try to keep everybody in the house. I don't know, I'm gonna say this is allegedly, but there's something that's going on with going out to these big public events where there's a lot of people. So you guys be careful, and I will be careful before I let my children attend any of these types of events. And I know it's kind of harsh, because like after they came out with the SP scare last week, and y'all know I can't say the word, but it's like another illness to the body, and it's really more potent than this other stuff we're dealing with. And I told my daughter about it, and I was like, listen, we're going to have to be very careful. And neither one of us went out. Today's the first day we went out. So, I mean, the scare tactics, they do kind of work. I'm not going to lie, because people don't want to just go out there and either just get sick or, have to deal with things that these people unfortunately are dealing with. So, y'all, please pray for these families and for the victims and everyone involved. And please hit the thumbs up button and leave me a comment to what y'all think is going on. It's just too much bad things are going on. All these things, y'all, and it's like everybody's having to already deal with everything that we're already going through with this hyperinflation and with the pandemic, and with people losing their jobs, and with people being forced to do things they really don't want to do, people having to move. It's just been ongoing. The list to me goes on and on and on. Y'all leave me a comment of what you're thinking. Watch this world. Watch the weather. Smell your water. Boil your water before you use it. And keep surviving. ZanHero.com.